from scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm going to make a card using the brand new ink colours. These are out 3rd of June. You'll be able to get your little hands on them. I think they're a fantastic set of colours. I think they look lovely. My camera is bleaching the colours of these ever so slightly. Just slightly. They're just a little bit brighter than probably is coming through on the camera, especially the pink. It disappoints me. Let me just show you this card that I had sent. If I hold it up really close, it's a very bright, vivid pink. I don't know why my camera's not picking it up brilliant. But I just thought of a really simple way of showcasing all 5 of these lovely colours. So we've got Midnight, what's it called? Misty Moonlight, we've got Magenta Madness, we've got Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee. Alright, and I've had to read them out of the new catalogue because I can never remember them. So, what I'm going to do is just take 1 sheet of each. I've got a multi-pack here, an A4 multi-pack, which is the best way to get your hands on them. It's really good value for money, and then you get some of all of them. So I'm going to get 1 sheet of each, alright, and come up with a frugal way of sending some cards to show off them colours. Us demonstrators don't have the inks yet. They weren't ready. Hopefully they'll be ready when the catalogue goes live. So we've got to be a bit more creative to share and show off these lovely ink colours. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch strip off each of these. Alright, so using my stamping trimmer, you can either go 1/2 inch this side or 1/2 inch that side. I, for some reason, find it easier when it's 1/2 inch to go that side. So I'm just going to cut very easily 1/2 inch from each. Alright, and I'm absolutely loving this new model of the Stampin' Up trimmer. I'm not even joking, I have had this since it came out, which was when I can't even remember, was it October? I haven't changed that blade yet, I haven't. I got 2 packs of blades thinking, well, you know, it might be a bit thirsty on the blades. I haven't even changed it yet. So I'm kind of like willing it to let me change it, but it's still cutting lovely and sharp. Look at that, no furry edges, and that is since these came out. And I mean, I don't use it for cutting up for classes or anything like that. You know, I only use it for making cards and demonstrations, but still, you know, it's a good little piece of kit. Right, so 1/2 inch of all of them. I think that should be enough. Alright. Let me just move that out of the way. And in fact that can go down there, right out of the way. And then I've got a piece of scrap card here. I've used it, I was going to make a box out of it. I did my scoring wrong, so I've saved it because they always come in handy. You never know when you're going to need them. I don't waste a card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these across the card one at a time. Okay, or you could use tear tape if you want to be even quicker. Alright. But you know, we're not in a rush, we've nowhere to go, have we? We're not in England, we aren't anywhere. It's not like we've got anywhere else to go. So I'm going to start, I'm just going to go just about there. So I'm starting with Magenta Madness. Alright, it's a bit long. Never mind, don't matter, because I'll trim that off and I'll use it for something else. Alright, and then I don't think it matters which way round we do it, but I quite fancy the yellow next. The Bumblebee, which is a lovely colour. Bumblebee, and you can get papers, the cardstock. It's beautiful. Right, so and then put that one on, and then obviously, you know, one at a time we're going to stick them all on. Alright, my base for my card is going to be my favourite one of these colours, and it has to be the pink. Sorry to all of those crafty friends of mine who are rolling their eyes because yet again I'm choosing pink as my favourite. You know, at least yeah, I'm consistent in some things. I love pink. It will always be my favourite shade of anything. Pink and black, my 2 favourite colours. Come on, slippery little sucker. Alright. I'm probably using too much glue. I'm a bit over generous with it, and then I wonder why you run out so quick. So, yeah, no. And this is a lovely idea as well. If you're a demonstrator and you want to showcase the colours to some of your customers, or you want to send some little team gifts to share, this is a cute idea. There are even more frugal ways of doing it, but I think this is going to be a nice idea if it works. Alright, so we're just gluing those on there. So I'm just going to set that to one side to dry for one moment whilst I just explain the rest of what I've done. So I have cut a card base here from the Magenta Madness, 4 1/8 by 11 3/4, scored at 5 7/8, and then I've cut 2 white base layers, one for the front and one for inside, and each of these measures something that I've completely forgotten. So let me just check. 3 7/8, 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. I never remember that measurement, and I don't know why, because I cut it that measurement nearly every day of my life. Why I keep forgetting it, I don't know. I should have it written on the back of my hand really, but for some reason the older I get the less I can remember measurements. I don't know why. Right, okay, so let's just stick that in there, and then if you put a layer inside, obviously then you can write on the coloured card, but also it just gives you a bit more sturdiness. Even though this coloured card is super sturdy, it just adds a bit more. Right, so then it won't go like that on the mantelpiece. Okay, you don't want that, it's not a good look. Alright, so we're just going to attach that to the front. I should have stamped my sentiment on it first, but never mind, we will just do it in a minute. I should have done it first really, but hey ho, not to worry. So for my sentiment, I'm going to use the Lovely You set, which has got loads of beautiful sentiments, lovely little bits there, and it is going to be arriving, or you're going to be able to get a coordinating punch. I'm not using the punch today, I'm just going to stamp a sentiment straight onto my card. Hopefully it won't be wonky. What shall I have? Let's have a look. Just because. That's nice, isn't it? Just because. Or smile. I quite like just because. I love this. Cherished friend. That's nice as well. I'm going to do just because. Yep. Let me find it. I've not used all of these yet. Where is it? Which one is it? I can never tell. It's there. You can obviously you get the coordinating stickers always to put them on the back. I'm just a little bit lazy, so I don't bother. I'm not very good at lining them up, and once they're on, if you know what I mean. There's no going back really, so I just choose not to. And then I know I'm not going to get them wonky. That's just my own personal preference. Alright, so just because, let me just see if I can get that on there a little bit straight, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on here to see if it's straight. I'm using Memento. Not a huge fan of Memento. I don't know if it's the environment in my craft room, but it always seems a little bit on the dry side. Not a huge fan of it. Oh, that's alright, that's straight, we'll go with that. Okay, so let's re-ink it and stamp our card. Just move that out of the way. Make sure I'm in shot. And I think I'm going to stamp it just at the bottom corner there, like so. Okay, lovely. And it is a nice dark vibrant colour when it works right. I think it might be my pad, if I'm honest. I might just invest in a new one. Nice bright, a nice vivid black. Some inks, some blacks can be a bit wishy-washy. I do find that the Memento is nice and sturdy kind of a colour. Alright, and then what I'm doing is I'm bringing in the 2 heart punches from the mini catalogue. I think they're carrying over. Let me have a quick look. I didn't even check if they're carrying over. Let me have a look. I can see in the new catalogue, I just can't show you. I'm not allowed. Yes, they're carrying over. So they come as a combination, so you get them both together. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to punch out of my Magenta Madness cardstock with the scalloped edge. I'm going to do 2. I think 2 will be enough. Alright, and then just leave them there a minute. Then this should be dry now. And these punches will go through to lots of cardstock. So I'm going to punch. Just need to trim a right little bit off the bottom. Off the bottom there so that I can access those colours. Just glue them a bit further up. So let's get it kind of straight. You can see what I'm doing. Am I on camera here? Alright, so we need some of the green on as well, don't we? I've just glued it on a little bit too far up. Nothing ever quite goes to plan because I don't always plan my cards. I just switch the camera on and just craft sometimes. Right, so there we go, and that will just about cover all 5 colours. Let's move across and do another one. Get it kind of straight. I'll probably get 3 out of there, okay, but I don't want to. Alright, just make sure that bottom one's still glued down. Alright, so we've only got a right little bit of the pink showing, but it doesn't matter because we're going to back it on a pink scallop, and we've got pink at the back there. So then that means all of the colours are showcased nicely. Alright, if I hadn't have been filming, I would have waited for those layers there to just dry a little bit more before punching. You will just get a cleaner cut if you wait until it's fully dry. So it's another case of do as I say, not as I do. Alright, and then we'll stick that on there. How cute's that? How cute's that? You could punch a little hole in it, tie a ribbon round it. You've got a ready-made gift tag you can write on the back. Alright, lovely. And we're going to just stick them on the card to just look cute. Okay, one there. Let me grab my dimensionals. Wheeling myself across the office. It's like a little fairground ride for free. Alright, let's see how that one's not quite dry because I didn't leave it long enough. So let me just put a tiny more dab of glue on there. Come on, there we go. Oh, too much. Oh gosh. It's not one extreme, it's other. Alright, but you know, it will dry and it won't show. So what we're going to do is I'm going to decide how I want them, and I'm going to have them quite simple on there. Nice simple card, doesn't have to be complicated. We don't have to go mad with stuff. You know, it's sending a message just because, and it's showing us those lovely new colours as well. Alright, so one there. I want it straight there. And then the other one I'm just going to raise on dimensionals and layer over the side. And that is going to be a lovely little representation of our beautiful new in colours. It's also a really good way of using up scraps. If you've got leftover DSP, or you're one of those nutters that keeps boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of scraps until you don't know what to do with them and you feel overwhelmed, stick them in strips onto spare pieces of card or onto another piece of scrap DSP, whatever. Cut them in strips. You could cut them diagonally straight across and then use your punchers and do punch art cards like this. Okay, great way to use up your scraps and a great way of showcasing those colours. I'm just going to grab, I was going to grab some new in colour gems, but I've just remembered that I've gifted them all to my team, so I don't have any for myself. So I can't. So there we go. I think that's really cute. A lovely, lovely quick card. Lovely way to show the new in colours, and you can also use this kind of idea with your punchers to use up those scraps. So go and have some fun. Take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye.